hey, whatever our name is. I don't know what our group name is. It's fine. God, this looks so terrible, but hopefully when it like does it, it's fine. It's fine. I wish I could like share my screen or something so it would be not giant picture of me. But anyways, okay. So I'm hopping on because I'm sitting down to meal plan. So I get my resources first. I always use Pinterest. And if you don't use Pinterest for freaking recipes, you're missing the boat there with all the attitude. Seriously, you guys. So Pinterest is a huge resource for me. And then the two other cookbooks, which you can purchase through me or your coach, is this one called Fixate. So it's all Autumn Calabrese, like portion control recipes that she did with her brother, who's a trained chef. And then there's a second volume here that's Fixate too. So it's all portion approved, and it tells you how many portions and stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to get positioned. Okay. So, oh, that's the other thing I need. I'll be right back. I wanted to grab this. Oh, I caught it. And I grabbed this very well-loved meal plan. So this was the PDF that I put in the group that's in the file section already, okay? So I'm using this as a resource because if you watched my video this morning, one of the first things that I did when I started to work with this plan was to look at the list for each container and then cross out the ones I don't use. Like, now I kind of explained that this morning. So if we go to like protein, so that's your red. I'm just looking. Okay, sardines, scratch that. Boneless, skinless chicken breast, cook that. Or keep that. But fish, we don't eat fish. Cold water, freshwater fish, scratch that, scratch that. Game, like I don't eat buffalo or bison. Shellfish, fish, nope. Clams, nope. Tempeh, we've tried recently. Tofu, no. Tuna, no. Right? So those are all things to scratch out. So now I've taken this entire list and cut it down to half. So now I have a list of like legit things that I would eat, like chicken breasts, ground meat, steak, eggs, Greek yogurt, plain yogurt, like regular yogurt, pork, turkey, ricotta cheese, cottage cheese, turkey bacon. So now these are all the proteins that I can fill from now my list. So I kind of shorten the list because for me it gets overwhelming to look at all this thing. So if I can pare it down, and then like same for like the yellow containers. Like I don't know what bulgur is. I guess it's a buckwheat, millet, amaranth. Like no, I'm not gonna eat any of those, right? So I kind of pared down the list. I mean, I have certain fruits that I do too, like figs and papaya. I mean, no. I mean, I like papaya, but I'll get it out, you know. Cherries, yeah. So like what are my actual fruits are gonna be like an apple and grapes and a banana. Those are the three fruits that I eat all the time. Not all the time, but those are my go-tos. Then for veggies, baby carrots are like my go-to. I have them on hand all the time. You can do we're doing a lot with peppers right now. Cauliflower, celery, not celery because I don't have much flavor. Asparagus, broccoli. I do like Brussels sprouts, kale. I made kale chips this week. So you just pare down the list. So once you have a pared down list, now you have stuff to work with. So there's a couple of different approaches. So if dinner's like where you struggle, you might want to start with dinner and then work your way backwards. For what I do is the opposite. I fill my lunch, my breakfast, my lunch, or my snacks, and then I fill my dinner last. Because here's the thing, I'm a creature of habit. And if you're a creature of habit, then you should use this resource, that link to the 5-day meal plan, because that will work perfectly. It's very little cooking, and it spells it out for you, and you just alternate when you're having what meal, right? But it's very repetitive. If you're not repetitive, this is going to be a little bit more, well, not a lot more work, because you're not going to want to eat the same thing over and over again. But because I eat the same thing over and over again, y'all know, like my Shakeology is the same thing every day. So for me, I'm using that foundation for my containers. So like what I did is I sort of drew this. You're not going to see this. Essentially, I just drew Monday through Saturday, and then I said breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. Okay, so like every day, my breakfast will be my Shakeology, which is 1 red container, my half of a banana, which is the serving size for a purple, so my fruit, and then peanut butter, which will be 1 teaspoon. And then that's going to be my Shakeology every day. So I know I can count every day those containers are done. So I have 1 red, 1 purple, and a teaspoon done. Okay. My lunch, this is where I do the same thing every day for lunch because I'm going to make it once over the weekend and then I'm done. So I had chili this past week, and that chili recipe is 21 Day Fix approved. It would work perfectly for you guys, and it's in a crock pot, and it was super easy, and it was super delicious. I will go back and reshare that recipe in the group because it was really good and really easy. And so if you wanted to make that like on Sunday and have it ready, then you can portion it out for your lunch, and it's heavy on the veggies. It's veggies protein, so it would be red, yellow, and green. It would be perfect, and probably some purple with some tomatoes in there, I think. So that would be ready to go. And so now you're building in. So now you know where your breakfast is going to be, you're building where your lunch, and now you go, okay, what containers do I have left? Now let's make a dinner out of this, okay? Usually, so right now, I think what I'm going to do for me is to make that honey mustard chicken that I really like, that I do about, I do it like every other week, every third week. So that's in the crock pot. It takes 4 hours. I do it 4 hours on high. It's not even full 4 hours, like 3.5 hours. It's really flavorful chicken. It's so delicious. And so I'm going to have that, and I'll portion that out into my red container for my lunches. And then I'm going to have green beans, coconut oil green beans, and then probably brown and wild rice. So that's probably going to be my lunch. So that would be 1 red, 1 green, 1 yellow, and probably a teaspoon with coconut oil. Okay. So now you have extra kind of containers to float around for snacks. I would maybe hold off on figuring that out and go what's going to be for dinner. I did throw my snacks out there, and I said, well, I always have baby carrots. So I was like, well, that'll be my morning snack. And so 10 baby carrots is 1 serving of vegetables. So that's easy. And then in the afternoon, I was like, well, I could do an apple with peanut butter. So that would be a purple and a teaspoon, or yogurt or cottage cheese. What I like to do is when you look at this list of all the different types of foods, figure out what you can stock up that you don't have to prep. So yogurt, portioned cottage cheese, not baby bell peppers, but like the baby carrots. I buy the 90-second Uncle Ben's minute rice. That's the rice that I'm talking about using because it's 90 seconds. You could do like a sweet potato, one of those microwavable sweet potatoes, right? 1 serving of sweet potato is like not quite half of a sweet potato. I think you could maybe get 3 out of 1 sweet potato, right? So I'm like thinking of things that are easy. So like salad. One of my other favorite recipes to make, which I'm planning to make this coming week, is going to be cauliflower fried rice. I love this. It's so easy. It uses cauliflower rice, frozen peas, frozen onion, egg, soy sauce, and that's it. So it's pretty much veggies, like 3/4 veggies, 1/4 protein. I'm missing like most of it's veggies, right? With the cauliflower rice and the onion are veggies, and then you have probably a serving or 2 of protein, and then the peas are actually a yellow. And what's nice is that it's a very voluminous food. It's like you get like a massive bowl is 1 serving, so it really feels like you're getting filled up. So once you can kind of parse this out, you can kind of figure out what's left. So like if I had all of this, what's left is a red for me, 2 greens, a yellow, and a blue. So that's protein, 2 veggies, yellow, which would be a carb, and then my blue and orange. Blue and oranges are hard for me to get in hard for me to get in most days because they're seeds and dressing. And it's like, so if you don't have salad, when do you need dressing? And then seeds, I don't necessarily use a lot. Okay, so but here's the problem with this. This is really good. I'll show you the picture first. So this is a chicken marsala recipe. I don't like mushrooms. So like as a recipe stands, 1 serving would be half of a green, 1 red. I pick all my mushrooms off. So this would be just 1 red for me. And then I'd serve it with, like for let's say that first night it'd be 1 red, so my serving of chicken. Then I would have to have 2 veggies. So I'd have to have salad and something else. Maybe a side of something, I don't know, that, crackers. It's not the best yellow. And then I could have my salad dressing and seeds. This is really good. Another one that I like is this OG one. I think it's, nope, it's the other one. You can tell which ones I like because they're sticky. That sounds weird. Okay. This one. We've made this multiple times. It's steak fajitas. So this would be a green, a yellow, and a red. It's really good. It's really easy. It's really flavorful. So that could easily sit in this because I would have one red, one green, one yellow, done. I could use cheese on it. So that would be a blue. For sure, blue is cheese. And then I have another green. So I could just have another side of veggies, green beans, or whatever. And then I don't know how I'm going to fit my orange in there. So it's really important for you guys when you're thinking about this, stock up on frozen veggies. Like I bought frozen cauliflower rice. And then what other frozen veggies can I have that I could quick cook, right? Like we don't want to be a slave to the kitchen all the time. So in terms of like what's easy things that I could do, like buy a rotisserie chicken. Oh my God, buy a rotisserie chicken and just take the chicken off and then there. If you need chicken for a salad, like add one red to a salad. Now you have protein and with your veggies or with your veggies. So there's kind of some finagling, but here's the thing: you have to plan ahead. Like you can't just go and be like, oh, I'm gonna have my breakfast. Here's my breakfast and lunch, and then I'll sort of wing it. You cannot do that. And so this is why we're calling it like this portion boot camp, because I'm challenging you to go all in and commit and say, what if I just don't break a promise? What if I get all my containers in? What if I don't cheat? And yes, I do realize that one of the days is Halloween, so you better just save an extra yellow on Halloween for some Halloween candy, and it's not going to blow it. It's not going to blow it. If you have a few pieces of Halloween candy and call that a yellow, you're fine, right? But what could you do in a week? How many pounds could you lose? How amazing would you feel? How much bloat would you get rid of? How much more energy would you have if you just stuck to it for a week and just tried it? What's the worst that can happen if you don't break that promise? So I'm challenging you guys to do that. So these are my kind of best things. Start with reading this over, which I have the PDF in the group. Read it over. Figure out what plan you are. I saw one of you guys who said you're A. I think that was Megan. I'm not sure. And then figure out what stuff you can omit from this that you're not going to eat, like sardines and fish. And then start going, okay, these are my proteins. These are my veggies. These are my fruit. And then lay out a game plan. Okay, so the other resource I did allude to in this morning's video is, oh, that's right. Let's see if I can zoom in far enough to show you. Long way. Okay. Oh my God, this lighting is so terrible. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to show it to you. If I go here, it's like I want to like touch it and make it less dark. My God, this is like terrible. This is a terrible screen. Okay, essentially, there's an app, which I was alluding to this morning. There's a Beachbody Nutrition Plus app. It looks like the bod with a little squiggle, but it's orange. And so you can open that and you can set a water goal, your weight, your Shakeology, and then you can say whether you're going to do containers or you're going to do the Plate It method. Plate It is with a different nutrition plan that we have. It's really great. Love it. But this week we're doing portion. So you can say edit and edit the number of containers. So based on your plan, A, B, C, D, you're going to edit and say, okay, my plan B says it's this, 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 and you're going to edit there. And then now you can plan this out. And so the other thing I will do is if I do end up winging it, I will go through and like in the morning, first thing in the morning, be like, okay, this is what I'm having for breakfast. These are the snacks I'm taking. This is what I'm having for lunch. And it then shows me all of what's left to eat in the evening time so that I know, and it's not just me getting home and guesswork. Like I can see it right there first thing and go, okay, this is what I have. So I can start to think about what dinner would look like. Okay. I think this is it's an excellent app. They had fake ones, like not done by Beachbody. They worked pretty good. This is really good. And there's videos, there's recipes. It will take you, like if you click on a recipe, it will take you to the link on Beachbody On Demand's blog, whatever, and they have tons of recipes. That's where I got the meal guide. So maybe you want to try vegan or vegetarian containers. You can do that. I don't know how to do that, but you can. If you ask me, I will find resources for you, but they have a bunch of stuff on that blog, which is the link that I gave you guys for the 4 different plans over a 5-day period. So we have resources. This will take I shouldn't say a little, it's going to take time and energy. Like, it's not like just buy food. You can't wing it. You have to plan, but the planning is what you all need, because you guys have been talking about weeks for weeks that you need to get your nutrition in alignment, and this is why we're doing this. So don't just tell me you need to get your nutrition in alignment and yes, you're down to do this, without actually sitting down and doing the work, because you're going to be like, it doesn't work. No. Like, when people don't think the programs work, unless they have a medical condition, and that's the exception, and people think these programs don't work, it's because they didn't work then. Did you follow the meal plan? Did you follow the nutrition? Like, did you follow the workouts? Did you do everything to a T? Were you sleeping? Did you drink water? Like, these work. So you have to trust the process and not wing it. You have to take the time, carve out the time to plan. Okay? I can give you 100 recipes, but unless you sit down, look at the recipes, figure out what you want to eat, figure out what makes sense for your house, your family, whatever, and make a plan, do the grocery shopping and prep, it doesn't help you. All I'm doing is just giving as much as I can, but you guys have to do the work, okay? So do the work. And if you want things from me, information, resources, more recipes, ask. I'm here for you, and I can give you all of what I can. And if I don't know, then I'll try to go figure it out. But Pinterest and Google are amazing. Like, I have a whole Pinterest board of recipes, and I searched 21-day fix approved crockpot. That's what that chili recipe is, or 21-day fix approved pasta thing. I don't know. I just picked that out. But anyways, so this is sort of the system. Like, you have to kind of carve it out and figure out, okay, how do I make this fit my lifestyle? I mean, and this is going to be, you're going to have to pack ahead. Like, you have to pack and bring the food with you. You can't buy food. Like, you can't buy food. You can't just whatever. Like, in the morning, you have to know, this is what I'm having for breakfast. This is what all my snacks are. This is the lunch that I'm taking, and like, pack it all with you and take it, because this is the only way that it's going to work. And that's going to be difficult for some of you, but hear me out. It's only for 7 days. And I challenge you to try it and do your best and just see what happens. Because if you do, I think you're going to feel freaking amazing and see some kick butt results. So that's the other thing. I'll post this in the group, but I want every single person to Monday morning take their weight and their measurements and a couple pictures, because I am pretty confident that if you go all in and you find the containers and you figure it out and you do the work and you have one yellow container of Halloween candy, that you're going to see results by the following Monday morning. I really do. Like, I think this is going to be huge, and you could see I think when I first did this plan, I lost like 3 pounds the first week, maybe even 5. I don't know, something like that, something high, because then it stopped, then it slowed down, and then I finished up at like 10. So, and I did this for 3 weeks with the workouts, and this is the first program. This is what got me started as a Beachbody coach, you guys. I got results. I lost 10 pounds and 10 inches in 21 days. Following this to a T, and I mean a T. I mixed my coffee with my Shakeology, because then it tasted like crap, because I didn't find a recipe I liked, and now I do. So if you go all in and you commit to doing this, you will see results, and it's going to be freaking amazing, okay? All right, I'm going to hop off. I am going to end this and then upload it to where YouTube probably, I think, and then post it in our group, because this is how I'm gonna have to do it. Really, please watch this. It's chock full of resources. At this point, if you're at the end, you've already watched it, so that was a dumb comment, but it will. Okay, all right, bye guys.